Welcome back, everybody, to Tabletop Vibes. Today, we're looking at Fluffy Dragons by Lamp Games.
Yeah.
Adam, how'd you like your Fluffy Dragon?
Well, I picked a blue fluffy dragon, and so I was aquatic.
Yes,
Very watery.
I picked the yellow Fluffy Dragon, a little kind of, I guess, phoenixy like.
Sunspot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Fluffy Dragons is a hidden bluffing game where you get to either be truthful or you can lie to make more gems.
That's right, because that's what Fluffy Dragons do. They lie.
And you hoard dragon treasure, so
yes.
Why would you not?
Well, that's the incentive.
And that's the incentive. You are trying to win and take all the gems and hoard it all for yourself. And at the end of a certain amount of rounds, depending on however many players, which you can play up to 5, and everybody has a cool little color: red, blue, white, pink. I think that was all.
And yellow.
Oh, and yellow.
Yeah,
You're a little
forgot the one I was playing.
Little sunspot. And then everybody picks a dragon, and then you will go into the start of the round where everybody then picks a card to hide.
Well, first you play a card face up. So you have 5 cards.
Yes.
Each corresponding to certain elements. So
Yes.
you have fire, water, earth, wind, and electricity.
Yes.
And you'll take one of those cards if it's a 3+ player game, play it face up. That's public knowledge. Everybody can see the card you're not going to play.
Yes.
And then one at a time, you all put your cards, well, all together, put your cards face down. And then you each place your dragon where you say your card is.
So I could play down that I have the water card in front of me, but I can play on fire. And then you kind of can manipulate people where you're like, oh, I don't remember if this is the card I played.
Right.
Oh, should I go here?
Just like in poker, you don't play the cards, you play the people.
Yay! Or the dragons.
Or the dragons, yeah.
And so literally everybody then places their card down, and then they put out their dragons to where they are saying they're going, or where they actually said they're going.
Right. And then there is it's a bluffing phase. It's a
wager.
Wager, that's it. So you can
wager your gems.
Right. You can wager some of your gems to say, no, you're not being truthful. I'm going to wager there that you're telling a lie.
Right.
And what happens is that when all the wagers are done, then the reveals start
with the first player.
And if they were truthful, then they take any gems that people wager against them. And if they were not truthful, then the other people get to take some of their gems.
Because you're a liar.
Exactly. So that's kind of the wagering phase of the game.
Yes. And then you go after everybody wagers, and you gain and take gems based on your lie or your bluff or your truthness. Then you go into the clash phase.
That's right. The clash phase.
Dragon clash.
So remember, you flipped over those cards. Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be moving your dragon to where your actual card actually said.
If you were bluffing and told a lie, then you would move to the location where you flipped your card to. If you were telling the truth, you would stay there.
Right. Then after that comes the destruction phase, or they called it the I don't know what they called it. I like the destruction phase.
Yeah, you're going to fight each other.
Exactly. So what happens basically is that
treasure.
You have the elemental wheel.
Yes.
And every element will knock out the 2 elements in front of it in a clockwise fashion.
Right.
So just look at the board real quick there. So fire knocks out earth and wind. Water is fire and earth, and so on and so forth.
Right.
And anybody standing on those spaces gets caught in the blast, blow it away,
and you can steal their gems.
Exactly. And so then what happens is that you have maybe 1 or 2 dragons left, and any dragon that is left, if they happen to be on a space with a black gem, that's the hidden treasure gem, they get to take that gem.
Right. Which then, in the game, gems are worth victory points, obviously. And if you can create the rainbow, or if you have black gems, or you're trying to get other people's gems, you don't really want to lose your own gems because they're worth a decent amount of points to yourself.
Right. The black gems are by themselves are worth the most. They're worth, I think, like 2 times the number of players. I think it's something like that. They are.
Right. So then you're going to see if you create a bunch of rainbows, depending on how many players there are. That's how many gems you need for your rainbow. And then if you complete these at the end of the many rounds, whoever has the most gems and the most victory points added up is the fluffiest dragon of them all.
Or you can take the alternate victory condition, and you can take everybody's gems and have a giant horde and knock everybody out and be the winner by default.
Yeah, because that's the other aspect of this game. While you're wagering and betting your own gems because you're thinking this person's lying and they're not telling the truth, that Jason's saying that he's playing on water, but he's lying, he's actually playing on electricity. That's a disaster way to happen. And so you're trying to, but if he's right, I bet 2 gems. Well, Jason just took my gems. So
exactly.
there's that whole give and take, and it's a blast. So.
Right. So yeah, this is one of those play with kids or play it late at night with your friends when you all are very lack of sleep and
are ready to get into some mischief.
Yes.
It's easy to learn. It has good depth to it for like beyond just normal gateway game.
Right.
You can then learn to do more strategy, like we said, with the bluffing, lying, not lying, making people think you are, and kind of strategies around that, as well as this is all a prototype, so everything you see here is subject to change. Obviously, the game's still going to be a lot of dragons, so
Absolutely.
fluffy ones.
Fluffy dragons.
So it's coming to Kickstarter pretty soon, so make sure that you check them out. The link will be in our bio. Like, subscribe, comment on your favorite dragon of all time. Jason?
So I'm gonna say, what was that dragon? The
Toothless?
no.
I'm gonna go with Toothless.
No, the from the Never-Ending Story.
Oh, the big fluffy one.
Yeah, the big fluffy one that I can't think of the name.
He looks like a dog.
If
honestly.
you know the name, and I don't. Yeah, it looks like a dog. If you know the name, I can't think of it. Please put it in the comments.
Comment below.
Yep.
Let us know what your favorite dragon or fluffiest dragon is, and we'll check you next time. We're Tabletop Vibes.